I trusted her, and she destroyed me. That is the truth. The story you came for. The story I am about to tell you. Because when you give someone your heart, you never expect them to break it. But sometimes, the person you trust the most becomes the one who hurts you the deepest. I trusted her, and she destroyed me. Those words are heavy, but they are real. They carry my pain. They carry my truth. I didn't meet her by chance. Or at least that's what I thought. It felt like destiny, like something written in the stars. The moment our eyes met, I felt fire. The kind of fire that burns slow, dangerous, seductive. She was different. Not the sweet kind of different, but the type that pulls you in, that makes you curious. That makes you want to know more. Her smile was sharp. Her eyes wild, like she was hiding 1,000 secrets. And I wanted to discover every single one of them. She knew how to play, how to walk into a room and make every head turn, how to laugh just enough, how to touch your arm for a second longer than normal. She wasn't innocent. She was temptation, and temptation always wins. At first I told myself to be careful. I told myself not to fall. But she made me feel alive, like no one else ever had, like I was the only man in the world. We spent hours together, talking, laughing, crossing lines that should not be crossed. Her words were dangerous, but they tasted sweet, like poison wrapped in honey. She whispered things that made my heart race. She promised things no one had ever promised me. She looked me in the eyes and made me believe that I was special, that I was different, that with her I could finally live the life I always wanted. She knew exactly what to say. Exactly how to touch, exactly how to make me forget everything else. And I let her. I let her take control. I gave her my trust. I gave her my heart. Nights with her were dangerous, intense. I can still feel the heat of her skin. The way she pulled me close. The way she whispered my name like it was a secret only she could own. Every kiss felt like a promise. Every touch felt like forever. I didn't care about the risk. I didn't care about the warnings from friends. I didn't care about the voice in my head saying, "Be careful." Because when she looked at me, I was lost. Completely lost. She had that power. The power to make me forget. Forget the world. Forget myself. Forget right and wrong. But love built on fire can also burn you alive. And I didn't see the flames. Not until it was too late. She started to pull away. Little things at first. A missed call, a change of tone, a secretive smile when she read her phone. I asked her. She laughed. She said I was crazy. She said I was jealous. She said I was imagining things, and I believed her. Because I wanted to. Because trusting her felt easier than doubting her. But deep down, something was wrong. I felt it in my chest, in the silence between us, in the lies hidden in her eyes. Still I stayed, because I was addicted to her voice, her touch, her chaos. She had me wrapped around her finger, and she knew it. She used it. She fed on it. There were nights when she disappeared. No explanation, no message, just silence. And when she came back, she always had an excuse, a story, a kiss to shut me up. And it worked. Every time. I didn't want the truth. I wanted her, and that blinded me. Until the day it all broke. It was late. I went to see her without warning. I thought it would be a surprise. I thought she would smile. I thought she would run into my arms like always. But when I opened the door, I saw something I will never forget. She wasn't alone. She was with someone else, close, too close. Her laugh was the same laugh she once gave me. Her eyes were the same eyes that once told me I was everything. But now, they belonged to someone else. My heart froze. My body shook. The world stopped. And in that moment, I knew I trusted her. And she destroyed me. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I stood at the door, frozen, watching her, hearing her laugh. The same laugh that once belonged to me. She didn't see me at first. Her head rested on his shoulder. Her lips close to his ear, whispering the same sweet poison she used on me. and he smiled. He smiled the same way I once did. My chest felt like it was collapsing. Every second was a knife, cutting deeper, cutting slower. Finally, she turned. Her eyes met mine, and for the first time, I saw no guilt, no fear, only annoyance, as if I was the one intruding, as if I was the stranger in her life. She didn't run to me. She didn't explain. She didn't cry. She just stared. Cold. Empty. Like I meant nothing. And in that moment, I realized the truth. She had already destroyed me long before this night. This was only the final blow. I left without a word, my legs barely holding me up. The night air felt heavy. My heart felt shattered. My mind screamed. How could she? After everything, after every promise, after every kiss, I walked for hours, through empty streets, through silent alleys, trying to escape the image. But it followed me. Her laugh, her touch, her betrayal. When I finally got home, I collapsed. I stared at the ceiling, my body shaking. I replayed everything in my head. The nights, the whispers, the promises. Every memory turned into a weapon. Every word turned into a lie. Sleep never came. Morning arrived, but it felt like night. Days blurred into each other. I stopped eating. I stopped speaking. I only thought of her, of him, of what they did. Anger joined the pain. I wanted to call her, to scream, to demand answers. But what would she say? She would lie again. She would twist the truth. And I would fall again. I deleted her number, but my hand still typed it. I erased her photos, but her face stayed burned in my mind. I avoided the places we went, but every corner of the city carried her shadow. I was haunted, everywhere, all the time. Weeks passed, and still I couldn't let go. I wanted revenge. I wanted her to feel my pain. But deep down, I only wanted her back. Even after everything, even after she destroyed me, I still wanted her. That was the cruelest part. I tried to distract myself. Parties, friends, work. But nothing worked. Because late at night when the world was quiet, her ghost came back, and I let it. Because forgetting her felt impossible. One night I broke. I sent her a message. Just one line. Why? She replied hours later. Her words were colder than ice. Because I could, that was it. No apology, no regret, no love, just cruelty. And suddenly, I understood. It was never about me. It was always about her. Her power, her games, her hunger to control. I was never her love. I was her victim. Her entertainment. The realization hurt. But it also freed me. She destroyed me, yes. But only because I allowed her to. Because I gave her everything. Because I forgot myself while loving her. From that day, I made a choice. To rebuild, to rise. To take back the pieces of myself she had stolen. It wasn't easy. Some nights I still cried. Some mornings I still woke up with her name on my lips. But little by little I learned. I learned that love without respect is poison. I learned that trust without honesty is a trap. I learned that giving someone everything can sometimes leave you with nothing, and most of all, I learned that survival is possible. Even after betrayal, even after destruction, even after her. Now, when I think of her, I don't see love. I see a lesson. A painful one, but a necessary one. I trusted her. And she destroyed me. But in the ashes of that destruction, I found myself again. Because sometimes the person who breaks you is the same person who forces you to rebuild stronger, and that is my forever, not her.